Welcome to Freetown, the capital city of Sierra Leone. Freetown hosts the government of Sierra Leone. Freetown is a vibrant city, day and night. Most people mistakenly treat Sierra Leone as if Freetown is the whole of Sierra Leone. But actually, Sierra Leone is made up of four regions: North, East, Southern provinces, and the Western area. Freetown is situated in the Western area. This documentary is based in Freetown. However, if things are so bad in Freetown, it's almost pointless to go to other parts of the country because the story is being told in Freetown.
People say because of wrong mindset. The way people and they think. And the life what we dey live now, not that it's not good for a person, depend on person, but your mind for focus and know what you want. And like if we dey think about that rebel war waiting go on, some things that way they happen now are nothing to say it's supposed for they happen. The disorder is plenty. Too much of disorder. Because if your mindset stay focused, you go think right. And most of the terrorists make us say the situation not solved. 3/4 of people just say government. And you the individual now you know the government. Now you go make yourself be what you supposed for be. If one thing or one right, you can make a right with your own correct mindset. But some man not still understand. Me personally, I can take and promise if I dey pass in within around. If I see person to go with in a street, I dey tell you picker. And at times can they knocking that easy. If you not take care, you go and get confrontation. But I can stand me ground for say and say it is wrong. And all right. Change your mindset. Not to go with in a street. Because not to nobody go make your environment clean. That's not the one big disorder even with it. You find out a dirty box being there. But if one genuinely na the same disorder why they tell you but then dirty box then they in fact like a we area and I will get one. Then put the dirty box they bill for the sell market. Now markets then they put in house, put them small boot. Who side the dirty box for the encourage we all let we change your attitude. Because if you mind renew, your attitude will set. We mindsets wrong. We not think right. We depend on waiting we go get, not on waiting we go give ourselves, we go make we get.
What will make us change is just dedication to the core, if I may say, changing of attitude, and changing of concepts.
We not get time for we. In a weekend, how for can cook on eat. I know if you study what you make, but where will they come up? I be brilliant. Because I be there for study, I always feel say I for succeed in life, any kind of way. So we come to a point where we secondary school. We get this because we can't live with me. My mind is small sister I became. And because of that, he said me auntie said let's support you with lunch. But guess what? We need for work all the way from Campbell Street for go fit for take lunch in the morning before go school. And maybe go all the way to Hawaii. So we get this supermarkets, not the supermarket, mini market over the area in the Campbell Street Congo Market Junction. They be called a super fresh, then sell them. They sell them fresh produce, they sell milk, so they measure by all. So I can buy this milk, go school for my own purpose. Then you go see me on there, I'm a test me no. So I begin to at say, this milk here, always at the big me before I don't know. I said, okay, now I can do business. I buy 5,000 a crown. I use the baby milk spoon. They sell 500 for spoon. Before the milk they do, I don't get 10,000. I get 5,000 too. So I'm not being need for the work I go to me and see again for go take transport and come. They can call me I'm a plan B because I always get a plan B to anything what they do. So I go on, I sit once, when I get my requirement. Unfortunately for me, I get pregnant. I say I get belly now. This is school London. We dey talk I only make look I don't go get belly. I go sit private once on me, nobody know. I get my requirement with the same belly I enter college, nobody not believe.
Okay, I'm not supposed to rely on government. In most places, in most developed countries, you can see a graduate, a master degree holder. He's on his own, doing his own thing until he develops the very concept of his.
Me now student, I name Johnson say. I don't see two as one thing. Then that I don't get work for do it. I decide to do this work, at least that they get me daily wage.
It's not where they struggle. I mean, they go school. As if it was, obviously, I'm not going to plan. I start business. The business what they do. And then they say, I became one that from giving now, I got to take business. I come back this day.
Those are the things that I want that start to happen in our land, Sierra Leone, in our country, Sierra Leone. Do you understand? People should change the way, the kind of mentality to convert their mentality into productivity.
So where I register, I go my stops, I sell letter for my stops, letter of partnership and collaboration. They agree, it's okay.
When people start realizing that kind of idea, having that kind of ideas, then you see things start changing on its own. Like, one should know, without government, you can make things happen on your own. Do you understand me? So those are the concepts that I need people to start having. The idea of changing into creativity, self-creativity, not waiting for salary. There's a lot of things that one can do in this country without government, and you will awesomely excel.
Coming to Sierra Leone, I set out to explore the mindset of Sierra Leoneans, especially Freetown. After my first day of going around town talking to people from different walks of life, I realized that mindset is not the issue. You know, people complain that Sierra Leoneans are bad. You know, Sierra Leoneans are opportunistic. People don't really say good things about Sierra Leoneans, and this is even Sierra Leoneans among themselves. One Sierra Leonean to another saying, all these negative things about each other, and so I was so curious to explore this and see if it's, what it is that they're saying. Going around Freetown, talking to people and seeing, poverty in the city. This is the capital city of Sierra Leone, Freetown. Not far from where officials, people who are tasked with, looking after us, Sierra Leoneans, not so far from where they work and live, going around, you see such abject poverty. I got to realize that these people are rather victims. These accusations, yes, you can see the traits of what people say. People try to get anything they can out of you. Going around town, you've got to hold your bag, you got to watch your phone, taking transports, you get overcharged. It's there. But these people are victims.
We put my day for let work. So let's bring job for we. That will go happy for her. And do other things then when necessary. And that we wish for.
So how life day for you?
Right now, it's not too proper. But to tell God thank you, life day well body day. But you need for do more.
What thing are you girl they do? Okay. So when you say you hustle, correct me if I'm wrong. So it means say you dey sleep with man there for money?
Yes.
How much are you old?
I'm 18 years.
You're not 18 years old?
Yes.
Then you dey sleep with man there for money?
Yes.
Why you dey do that?
Because the country, the way the country, I make most of people who don't come on out.
I forgo Qatar. I go Qatar for go work.
Okay, why you dey go Qatar for go work?
Because you see this country now, in Mona, I mean a family man, I get me picking, I get some of my brothers and sisters they want to take care of. And I not go there. I get things for take care of them. Pastor go out and do job and get a small thing for take care of them.
So you know the Igbo's out and save them, they teach people in Libya and Saudi Arabia and all them places.
Yeah. At the being say then we see, we watch them, we teach them. Actually, at the country we mona, I may call them here they be. Man they come out, go find the living out, you know, they teach with saloon brothers and sisters them because of the country mona. You know go there so you get work, feed your family pass unless you go out. And when you go out now you go facing anything and they, you know.
Think about it. Over 3 decades of mismanagement, neglect. You can only live your life the way you know how to live it. Some people have grown from childhood to adulthood, not seeing any positivity in their lives.
So we all want to go to one because nobody knows you want to be a politician. Why?
So man can take and say too much sin at the end. When you enter inside politics, your life they change. Let me say things that we not really do. You get what begin to do that. Because then say politics not dirty game. You get for lie, you get for begin lie, you get for begin cook.
Okay.
And things that we be say you for do for the community or the country, you will do one, but it's not good enough. Because for example, if you're a leader in the community, like say in a councillor, sometimes the government don't give you money, say this money I give you now for social reason and for provide social things in the community. And instead of you do waiting and give you the money for, you not go do all, you go all that money there and use them for your family use, and you not go do them for the community. Instead of that, you go all to yourself.
Politics. If you join politics, you will become sinner.
You will become a sinner. Very.
If government give me work, and they do the work, they give me the money, I see what they have to help me people. I help them.
You know, people say politics now.
No, politics not to get it.
Okay.
They are liars.
Yeah, but you love the people then.
Yes, I don't like panel.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't like panel. I don't like panel. Say tomorrow I will be preach for you. I'll be in school. Then next tomorrow, because of I don't lose the power, I'm not able to do it. Then
Yeah, but at least now because you lose the power.
yeah, you don't know what they shame.
For me, I go tell God thank you first because I know one for be a politician. Why?
Yes.
The sinful things they do in plenty.
Okay. Tell me some back.
Oh, I'm not going to tell you now all.
Okay, so I'm just
Okay. Like for example, some minister go Canada and say, "Una write una name them all, una give me una name them, I get job for una all." Trust me, una go follow that minister. They say they be and say that job they pass God help go make in Guna. Like they honorable and so, then councillor and so, and then the people and then the way they go and grab people in land there. Because of in a honorable, in a councillor, they go grab the land with in name and in power. Then they not good, now God inside.
The politician, first of all, he not get shame. Shameless. Then two, what's make me not put me under politics? As a religion from the people. Lie, he get out of it. Not only because of that one. Because we get certain guidance like the program they use. And the routine tell me, they say when they talk something, it's supposed to fulfill. If you don't fulfill, they get open to the creator that God. Right? That's why I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, but if you lost, all man knows and I lost, you lost.
That's my human.
Yes.
When you go to the side of God,
But if you win, you didn't have the power there. Then you go,
No, we support.
we give.
No, we give support. But not to be hard for me politicians.
so if all my no one go inside politics,
Yeah.
so then who that go help the people?
Then you want go politics, so what for you?
Who for help you want?
Yes, because
Me that me own personal, but me una na dey inside the community.
No, but we don't get the resources.
Oh, okay, inside the level of the community.
okay, because now
Okay, me I get one question now.
Politics get one problem.
Only somebody go in politics that the community without politics.
But some of the things that una dey talk right now, you need for the inside politics.
Yeah.
It seems like because
But like
some of the things that una dey talk, I think say we na fundamental problems they now.
Yeah, but why the politicians them ever since government they don't come, government they don't go, government they don't come, they don't go. They're not able to help the people there. Now the slum community.
So now my time for people in the community to take charge.
Politics, they change policy entirely. It make you become more than you want to become. Because as you enter inside politics, it begin lie. You need righteous. You need to do things according to. Because like, for example, if I don't stand now area for me or any other thing, I they make the people they go down for me. I they promise them. I say wanna vote for me. Wanna vote for me. I they build for our schools, health facilities, water well, pump, and any other thing. I they promise them, but good thing. I didn't promise they say I go make some of them pick it. I would go school free without no and without not give school fee. I they talk to them fine. They support me. And for now we no more. And they max themselves. We see that they put themselves. They talk to you. Politics they possibly become a liar. They talk to you. They say vote for me. We see vote for them. We see they don't win. Whether they pass, they wind the glass up. May not see yourself. That is not fine. It make you go be. It be who they don't want to be. If you not be good person, they change totally.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So they are now na farm with them.
Exactly.
So then they suffer some problem. We need help. So if say you decide now for go inside politics, local politics, for help solve that problem, I not see for me in my opinion, I not see who's kind of do or who's kind of
If you don't get resources. If you don't get
politics, we don't get money. No one's
Look at you see the politics we try to talk about so now over under politics. Over under politics, people when they look to you effort they do that community.
yeah, the correct thing.
Then they pay you up for sending some side. Say that you go represent you go to bring development. We on politics. Now as I said also I called me three people in the community. I say I want to stand for council or like a member of parliament. The first thing when I'm going to ask you, we don't talk that 30 minutes. Restaurant, what's that? Think for itself, no day. I said 13. The way people they come and they can't listen to you, you get for things say, hey, the youth man and the envelope this.
Yes.
They all mean that the envelope this. Well, as you can see that the envelope is, you when they go to corner, they go check this envelope, you watch and so say that 20, 30,000. They say, but let me the cash you know that they talk no more for 30,000 euros. Which are the car wasting time and now we go. Then when they look to your efforts, who you try for bring come. Then the manner when they can bring them 200-300 million. Those way they can spend, say one be member of parliament, you don't can spend 50-60 million euros. So you don't understand how say your resources they spend so for make you get the power. When you get power, what is for you? For let travel, for let making money, no so. So before people don't get money, we want make benefit for things for other people. So 25 years gone down.
They don't know. Yes, it's like
so this is a problem in Africa. Especially Sierra Leone.
I understand all that. When me I talk like una community now.
The community, with the community,
know everybody.
With the community, if we don't say this man, we want time, but you know get money. We cannot go serve in a party for girls. We don't get girl. Because you don't get money.
They go to your community no more. Go for vote for the man.
If now your community no more, we say that you the symbol. Better.
When you go to the party.
Then,
they are
actually for free.
So
if I say this, I don't put one candidate when they want to say that my own community students me. You don't get money. We don't get council or we don't team up for third time this day that council.
Yeah.
This they make a third time for go council. We can look at and say all man no vex. Nobody know they give me one time. But the people elect the party where him belongs to. But these aspirant people they don't want again. Then the people in the one way they want, you know, can get money.
We don't move with us that day. We care and go to the party.
So far.
We bring this party. We see them look the guy. They ask the guy. The man pull all the way to them calling. The CV don't show everything. They can't say the man. He land pass the former councillor. He land pass for education. And he don't see all the projects the way they don't write in the community. We don't develop the community. As I tell you so, then they write all the projects they did. Them company they were in the job of school as Susan's way. It inside this Ubishalas organization. That's somebody they do a lot. Even that small education center where we get there, that small school gets there, the hands there. Like the what about the way right? We go all out where we get health center. Where you don't get money, now education you get.
So it's so painful. It's really painful to see how people who can afford, even people who have been really poor before, but have been able to step up. It's really painful to see people who live outside Sierra Leone talk about Sierra Leoneans without empathy, not standing from where the Sierra Leonean is standing, just seeing things from where they are standing. It's so painful. And at this stage, I would like to apologize to Sierra Leoneans for all of us who accuse the Sierra Leonean as a bad person, for all of us who accuse the Sierra Leonean for being a victim. In other places, when you're a victim, you've been looked after, you've been cared for. But Sierra Leoneans are not cared for. They're not being looked after as victims.
If we're able to understand the problem in our salon, then maybe we're able to solve the problem. Because, we get young people as well as elderly people. Yeah, but life not done it until you die.
Like with me young, so I know we will get moving. I live in the area. So yes. But just because of permit me people to manage life, there is no option. So first I have to take the challenge and leave the end. Because me, not get job for life, you support them to move from the slum to go live another better life than.
Well, right now, me and the pray now, let's do try clean. We do clean just now. This how they go family live like in Jimmy. You know, there they do business. I don't get marketing. We go to they have past 11, we both scam. Then give me markets. With the bagger, we spend 2,000 or 3,000 commission. That if you get sell, a per month, we get sell, you get 3,000. They pay the one we pull and you pay keeper. And that 3,000. Then school don't come open back. You get for give lunch. You get for pay like rent house. No get nobody where they pay. A piece of man they done that. Now through that again, they will pay, we pay with rent, we pay light bill, we pay we begin a school fee, we give them lunch, we buy books there. But still, we tell God thank you, we appreciate because I didn't call one to force. And also address you. As of a Porsche different. Money no the nothing no the. No see the itself. Bangala, we dey make for you. I don't know. You cannot be it. So as I dey fortress, I dey beg you that side. Really, we dey suffer that we dey mostly with the woman.
We can normally dey say the woman dem, they can suffer past the man dem.
They're given no lunch or the transport, they're going to see the school. We might even do that transport, the lunch, we have the sky. So we technically need a worker from police school, get on, right inside the bag, so to state every day when So it's not with the girl so difficult to remember that you give me out for me because this is my name, I have for life with you. So I'm saying it's okay. For men, I don't know.
It's okay. You okay?
It's the best now.
At least you can tell the story now. You
That's where I'm here from.
Okay. If you're not comfortable for continue, if you're not comfortable continue, that's okay.
It ain't easy. You know, okay, I go to school. There's a school in the police school. I didn't go. There's a police school. Okay, by then, one of our elected business, it's what I do there. If you didn't hear me, but unfortunately, again, I don't make a new place. I can't do it. I don't want to pay for it. There's a but then, transport something there. I said, they will give you 1,000 for pay. Now I could eat. Sometimes I didn't see transport. I go big. Now I look up that back. But we would come home. With Caleb's back. Okay. I tried. Tell me she was impressive. But then, the teacher called and said, this weekend, be there. Now, if I go to school, I'll be one going out. Oh, the distance, no, the transport. Okay, I will come then. So, now we'll be waiting. But then, I don't go to school. I tried. Yeah, I said, okay. I know they say I really learned, but I was okay. I was from the out. But again, the homework, a huge chance. Because before you say no handouts. It's not for study, you can make it happen. Because I tell you, when I sit in class, I have 3 subjects, the plus classes. And I want for home again. Like I said, for that would be if that diploma, I said, okay, so now we're familiar. So now you fail. Okay, no, my guys are here. I need to know them make them for different. Go IPSA, police gates. It will fail with me at the university. And why do that? Because I just daily fees, you know, and that's the transport, so they give 2,000. Whatever you will do is you know. I'm seeing myself doing for adults, activities, so I can't now say I didn't have kicking. I don't have kicking because I was trained. I became vexed. I go. That's why Yes, they do that volunteer. I volunteer for yes. So like I begin go plan beginners of doing the kind of work and surveillance and that just so they keep the service. Because that diploma need to go. You go say this the cooking opportunity come for.
So now school they wanna all go enough table and chair. So what you mean on Aboku? How much? 90. Inside one class? Inside the one class?
One class, 100.
So if 100 people inside one class?
Yeah.
So if they go put on a small, if they go put on a small,
they get
4 or 5 people study.
No, but per subject, almost teacher they teach one subject. One teacher they teach 100 people.
Yeah.
All man able ask questions inside the class.
No, when you teach, if you ask, you understand it.
Not all teacher get the patience to carry
So
on.
you back to that, so you understand? Person who don't get it, yes, you understand.
No, you are thinking mistake. You not count by 90 people, 100 people inside one class.
100.
But we dey strain for that middle na talk it because if una 90 dey inside class or na 100, don the desk no go enough. Sometimes one get desk now 4 or 5 dey study. Wey sometimes for slow comfortable, you need to slow comfortable. Pass it begin choke.
Long deck.
Then you choking at the bench.
So we especially working exam people that they go
So even exam self na 90 seats exam inside the one class. Inside the one.
Because we're not to get exam,
That's really empty.
it is empty, so they store.
Comfortable.
They say exam term. They see and now they camp.
So you will be the council for the rest of the school. That's what you get.
So then they allow them to can sit. Obviously, when they're not can sit. We all believe in change. And we all believe change is possible. We also believe change takes time. But the reality, the future in Sierra Leone, with the current trend of things, seem to be gloomy. Going around talking to people and analyzing the information that we get in and the things we've seen, Sierra Leonean seems to be like an individual hanging on a rope over a bridge, gasping for air and fighting for their survival. I agree though that people have to push themselves. But I will argue for the Sierra Leonean. I don't think we Sierra Leonean we are lazy. I don't think we're bad. As a matter of fact, I think we're pushful because living in Sierra Leone is a miracle. I don't even understand how people live in this country. People wake up in the morning, rush to town to sell their goods. People go to work. But the truth is, we need sound government. We need governments to create systems. We need governments to spearhead solutions. Going around Freetown talking to people, I made some observations. There's lack of jobs. The people really are crying for jobs and opportunities. It seems as if there is no creativity. There is shortages of houses. People live in shacks, shanty houses. Freetown is a small place, so these shanty houses that people live in, they just less than an hour drive from where the seat of government is, where NGOs, where everybody work. The transportation system is so bad, it's so poor. There is no organized form of transport. It's all individuals, and it's so unreliable, so much traffic. People are less concerned about their safety. The roads are so bad, dusty. There is massive disorganization around town. It seems as if there is no regulations or laws. Everybody just does what they want. People are scared to talk to us. We've got to let them know we're not from the government. Even at that, they still struggle to open up because they're still not sure if we're telling the truth. The education system is poor. The educational facilities are not there. Spoke to people and they're talking about the curriculum at school is obsolete.
There is lack of adult education. When you speak to people, you get to realize these people find it hard to think for themselves, find it hard to form a concrete opinion. People do not trust the politicians. In fact, people think it's sinful to be in politics. People think soon as you become a politician, you become corrupted straight away.
Politics automatically. Okay. They are liars. Yeah, but you love your people then. Yes, I know one like panel. Oh, I see. Okay. I know one like panel. I know one like panel say tomorrow I go build bridge for you and build school.
People don't trust politicians at all. Governments seem to be far from the people. There is the death of the popular culture. You go around, there's not many things that you can see which keep people together. There's death of lifestyle. There has been a loss in community spirit. Every man for themselves. This is what people say. There's a lot of things we can't put on camera because it compromises the dignity of people. There's so much low self-esteem, lack of confidence. People neglect their environment, even themselves. I said Sierra Leoneans are victims because this nation is endowed with so many natural resources and a young, vibrant population. But yet they're experiencing deprivation through mismanagement of their wealth. If Sierra Leone is to change, we all have to accept that every Sierra Leonean is a victim. To solve this problem, we have to realize, alongside political and economic solution, there is a psychological approach to solving the problems in Sierra Leone. In fact, a strong emphasis should be laid on psychological approach. Victims should be treated in a scientific and well-thought program, as it is usually done in countries referred to as developed countries. Everyone seems to have forgotten that after abuse and victimization, it brings about change in one's attitudes and behavior. It seems as if everyone has forgotten that the traumas Sierra Leoneans have encountered, their mindset is bound to be affected negatively. It also seems as if everyone has forgotten that Sierra Leone has gone through a nasty civil war.
You have never had your pass me. Suffer.
Over 3 decades of economic and political mismanagement. With the level of poverty in Sierra Leone for decades, generally, survival becomes the norm. Fighting for survival means that nothing is important to you than surviving. Therefore, we see opportunistic behavior to the highest degree, such as stealing, duping, begging, and cheating taking place. Deliberate action should be taken to shape the mindset of people, which will change their behavior. If I should suggest some solutions, I would say let's remember the reason for the civil war in Sierra Leone, but also commemorate the civil war as it has shaped the future of our country. We do commemorate the world wars, but we blank out a war which have shaped our country. I would say stop importing solutions from abroad to solve Sierra Leone's problem. Ask the Sierra Leonean people how to solve their own problem and act on the suggestions they make. We have our unique problems. Our culture is different to other places and other people. There should be a massive job creation program, such as building factories nationally, but preferably away from Freetown, to decentralize and reduce the population of Freetown. There should be massive building of homes for people. Due to the gap in education and the trauma that Sierra Leoneans have been through. A practical mind-shaping and national program should be designed for the whole nation, including politicians and our leaders. In fact, they should be in the forefront of enrolling in the program. We should also start working on the future generation by changing the old curriculum at school, including a patriotic and mind-shaping elements in the curriculum. We should make the punishment of corruption in public office as equal as murder, because actually stealing the money of the people is actually killing the future generation. Hence we see Sierra Leone today. Make possession of large amounts of money illegal. We should use the banking system. We should also make unofficial visits at work illegal, especially in public offices. To solve the problem of Sierra Leone, there must be urgency. There must be drastic short-term immediate solution alongside medium and long-term plans. At this stage, there must be a complete change in culture. Sierra Leone is almost the only place in the world where we want change, but we do not want to change our culture. I'll end by referring to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Until the physiological needs, the basic needs of Sierra Leoneans, of food, water, clothing, and shelter, until they are met, Sierra Leoneans would not achieve their dreams. Sierra Leoneans would not benefit out of the potential of their country, of our country.